Hello, I'm ABX Toycat, and welcome back to QNA Saturday. QNA Saturday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I answer your questions about the next update for Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation. But today, instead of not talking about the next update, I'm going to be talking about MINECON. MINECON is the biggest Minecraft event every year, and of course, only 10,000 people could go out of the 100 million people that play Minecraft, so I figured you might want to know some stuff about it. So I asked some people on Twitter, and these are the responses I got. If you want to leave any questions for next week's Q&A, leave them in the comments down below. That'll probably be on the next update again, and while you're down there anyway, please do like the video if you do like it. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. Anyway, let's get straight into the first question, which comes in from Torkiest80on565, I hope I got that right, who asks at IBX Toycat, the most important question here, by the way, what news of llamas? Hashtag Q&A. So, what news of llamas? Hashtag llamas forever 2, by the way. Basically, I spoke to a lot of the 4J people about llamas. At first, I was, trying to get like a sneaky so llamas, and then it started to become an in-joke because they'd be like, llamas again. And honestly, from the responses, I'll give you my serious response first. The responses made it seem like a serious llamas in the game isn't going to be coming for a while. It's definitely not coming until they've got the PC. But I did then speak to 4J Steve, who was like, okay, you know how we said we wouldn't do book and quills, but now we have them. Well, let's just say there's no llama support in the game yet. And that was the closest thing I got to a confirmation all weekend. So yeah, llamas aren't seriously probably coming for a while, but there is a chance that once they start working on exclusives, if they ever do, then of course llamas will have to be somewhere on the list, because one of the artists loves llamas, like maybe even more than me loves llamas, and we had a few conversations about it, and she's gonna keep pitching the idea for me, because I was like, okay, next time you're at a round table, just keep saying llamas till they make it happen. And I don't think it's gonna happen for a while if it does happen, but as far as like exclusive console features, it's gotta be somewhere up there on the list, I think, even though everyone was very insistent that I stopped talking, because I was very much pestering them about llamas, like to the point of a joke. It was pretty funny. It was one of my favorite things about the weekend, just finding 4J members and asking them about llamas. But anyway, let's move on to the next question, which came in from Psychotic Gamer, who asks at IBX Toycat, hashtag Q&A, will the next big update be this month or not? Unfortunately, this was a theory me and a couple of YouTubers had, that maybe they'd have like a second part of the update coming out soon. There's definitely nothing big coming out this month to my knowledge. So the thing is, lots of people on my Let's Play from this Monday were saying, Toycat, why did they tell you everything? They should tell everyone, not just YouTubers. They have not told me anything about the next big update. I know nothing about this update. It could be 1.8, it could be 1.7, it could only be new biomes. I don't know exactly what's going on with it. They were very sealed lips about that, and they have to be. They're not allowed to reveal information about that, because if they do, they get, fired, because that's not their department. Microsoft has to fire them, because it's part of their marketing. But I did get some hints that as soon as they finish bug testing this, because they've been bug fixing this since they, finished working on it, as soon as this is done bug fixing, they are going to move on to the next stage, which is, of course, going to be, working on the next update. So, they didn't tell me anything about it, but they are going to be working on it. It could be a big update, it could be a small update, it could be anywhere in between, or it could be the biggest update ever. We don't know, I don't even know, and I'm just excited as you are on the next update. So yeah, that's all I can say regarding the next update. I'm excited for it though, and this last one, they were kind of honest about the whole thing. Like, it was mostly a cosmetic update, and it was cool for what it was, and a lot of people kind of overreacted about the size of it, but maybe because all the textures are in the game, they were very hesitant to comment on those textures. That does, it does hint that maybe there's something coming. But again, there's nothing confirmed in that whole thing. Anyway, let's move on to the next question, which is from Mega vs Prime XPLA. And I think I'd answer this because this is kind of both. Did 4J Studios tell you anything about llamas or the next update? So I only got very sneaky hints about both. I never really got anything close to a confirmation. But maybe llamas are in the next update. No, but I can't seriously answer that. Although I did get so many questions asking about llamas and the next update, I figured I'd just throw this one in there so you can be like, don't worry, someone's got it for you. So, next question comes in from Legend Gamer, who asks, hashtag Q&A, what was the atmosphere like at MINECON 2015? So, the cool thing about MINECON 2015 is this is my first MINECON, and it happened to be in the UK. So, London, which is so close to me, and, the atmosphere around the place was kind of cool, because it was, it's my home territory, but we also got all these other guys here. What I really liked about it was the fact that inside the hall, once you get in and, they've stopped everyone coming in and stuff, there's just 10,000 Minecraft fans doing their thing. There's this one main stage which could hold everyone, and it was just so cool. Everyone has this exact same shared interest, passion as me, and I really, really liked it. it. So the atmosphere was great. Like anywhere you'd go, you'd see lots of cool things, and I really, really, really liked the atmosphere. So that should kind of answer your question right there. The next question comes in from Joseph, or Chauvin102, who asks, at IBX Toycat, why did they have more Pocket Edition news than console? So the thing about the console is, we just had an update. Like, the update came out just before MINECON, which, maybe they wanted it to come out after, and they were going to sneakily reveal it or something. But yeah, the Pocket Edition news was because the Pocket Edition team is allowed to be more open. Both the PC and the Pocket Edition can be a lot more open in their marketing, but Microsoft is in control directly of the Console Edition marketing. So, obviously, because they just finished an update, they decided not to talk too much about this next update, and to me, that kind of makes sense. But they did reveal the Greek mythology mashup pack, and honestly, like, as I said, I've played it because they let you play it at the things, and I really have, I liked it a lot. It's going to be one of the best mashup packs yet, and they're starting to prove that mashup packs being made by just one person can be a good thing because of all the effort they're putting into it. So I think that's pretty cool. To move on to the next question from Kraz Some Lizard, who asks, American chocolate? Does Britain have their own chocolate or something? This is in reference to me saying I like Butterfingers, which are American chocolate. Yeah, Britain does have our own set of chocolate. So there's some pretty basic laws in the UK that forbid you from like having so much sugar that, it kills people and stuff like that. Obviously, not that extreme. But there's a lot of American things that can't actually be properly made over here, and we do have our own like brands of chocolate. So there's so much like American snacks, goodies, etc. that I just haven't ever had the opportunity to try. And I do sometimes try it like by ordering from Amazon, but I do not get to try American chocolate here. It is different. They do not sell Butterfingers here. At least they only sell it if it's an American section. There's a bunch of chocolate bars like that. I wish I could name them, like Reese's. The peanut butter cups, they're sometimes around the place now, but there's a few chocolate bars that you can only get in America. It's kind of sad, to be honest, because I like my American chocolate. Although it is horrifically unhealthy for you, so I guess I'm glad that I have to like order it from another continent. Maybe that makes me healthier. Either way, let's answer the next question, which comes in from Den Defender 313, who asks #QNA, why did 4J rush to U25 instead of waiting for another week or so to release a better version with more features? And this question's a tiny bit false in itself. So T25 might have been rushed. I assume it probably could have been in some way. But I do not think that a week more development time would have just given it all the extra stuff. Because I think, I don't know what the big technical issue was. I guess they were optimizing the game because, getting custom Suflat to run even when it's 127 layers of TNT, I guess that must have taken them a lot of time, something like that. But to answer the question directly, a week more wouldn't have given it that many better features. I imagine the next update, whatever they're working on, they're going to work on all this other stuff. And that's probably the half of, if you didn't like this update, if you didn't like cosmetic stuff, the next half of, 1.7 is going to be the good half, in my opinion. That's what I think anyway, and I would be excited if I were you, and I kind of am one of you, so I am excited about the next update. If it is the other half 1.7, even that alone is going to be a nice update, because they're all the really cool stuff to me, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, next question comes in from Ordinal Frame, who asks, when may we get any serious features gameplay-wise for multiplayer? So, this is something I'm pretty sure I can say, because I spoke to Roger Carpenter. He's the lead producer on at Microsoft, basically, so he runs the Xbox versions, but he also is part of Microsoft, so he kind of runs a little bit of all versions, and he was, one question we all asked him was like, so what about bigger multiplayer, 16-player multiplayer? And he was like, we wouldn't have said we could do more players in multiplayer if we weren't going to do it. And, even though that's a vacant by itself, it is saying, yeah, it's something we're working on. When he said bigger multiplayer, he did mean more players in multiplayer. And not only that, but he also said something along the lines of, I asked, like, so 16 players, is that going to be the max? Or maybe, a little bit less, like 12, or maybe even more? And he said something like, we're going to try and get as many as we can. So maybe not even 16 players is going to be the max. Maybe it could be 12, because there is a lot of problems with making multiplayer work on consoles. But, maybe even like 32 players, something ridiculous like that. I'm not sure, but they're working on whatever it is right now, and I'm excited for it. So yeah, serious features, gameplay-wise, multiplayer, bigger multiplayer, something consoles have wanted for a while now. Anyway, next question comes in from Alpha Salty, and it's not really that relevant, but I feel like I have to answer this one because it inspired me. And they're like, will there be crossbows in 1.9? And there totally should be, because the thing about the bow is it's one of the few items in the game that requires two hands, so you can't have an offhand slot. So if you have a crossbow, you know, it could be weaker than a regular bow, but it could have like a different arc. It could do a little bit less damage, like I said, but then it could be one-handed, so you can have an ender pearl or a potion in the left hand. I think that'd be cool. So I'm gonna I really hope that you know, crossbows do come, but that's a TU30 feature for consoles. So what do I even know? But yeah, that's just a joke, of course. But anyway, yeah. So to move on to more serious questions. Actually, this question is not serious at all. We have one from TJ Minotti who asks, Toycat, you should totally drop a mixtape. I think this is a response to last week. I was like, people don't understand British people. Maybe I should drop a mixtape or something. You know, maybe I should drop a mixtape. So, Toycat mixtape 2015 confirmed. I'll let you know how that goes. And other than that, I hope you did enjoy this video. Please do like it if you did like it. Share it if you really liked it. And subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single week on my channel. I was going to say, yeah, well, I make a Minecraft video every single day on my channel, as well as a Q&A Saturday every single week, and if you want to see more of these, you subscribe, you see them on your homepage. I think it's pretty useful personally. Thank you for watching the video, I hope you did enjoy it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.